All right, Lisa, the next thing I'm going to go over with you is brushing your teeth. I know you know how to brush your teeth. However, like anything in life, there's maybe some tweaks that I can do that you may not be doing at home right now, because what we talked about is what we want to do when we're brushing is just disrupt all the surfaces, not just the tooth surfaces. So I know you also use an electric toothbrush at home, but I'm going to mimic with a manual toothbrush what you'll do with your electric toothbrush. Okay. Some companies advertise that the electric toothbrush can do it for you and all you have to do is hold along the gum line. I don't subscribe to that technique because you don't get enough of the tooth and gum tissue surfaces. So we're going to tweak that just a little bit. So I'm going to have you hold the mirror so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So what I like to tell people is I think of the teeth as having 3 sides, and we're not going to ever brush any sides together. So we're going to brush the top by itself, the side by it, the outside by itself, and the inside by itself, meaning we don't want those bristles to be a whole bunch on another surface. Okay. So starting with the outside, actually I'll go this side first. I'm going to have you do big giant circles, tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum. Ideally, we want at least 30 seconds per quarter of your mouth. Longer is probably better. Okay. So big circles, teeth and gum, teeth and gum, teeth and gum, getting way down into there. Exact same thing on the inside. Now, some of us have a tongue that wants to kick us out of there. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you can feel the bristles hitting your gum tissue. Big circles, tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum. When we get to the front, up and down motion is better than sideways. Depending on how straight our teeth are, tooth anatomy, all kinds of different things, the sideways motion isn't great. So going up and down, really feeling it down into that gum tissue. Exact same thing on the top. Tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum. If you're doing it right, you're going to make a nice mess in the mirror. Mm-hmm. All of our front teeth have a little bit of like a cave to the back of them. So if we brush like this, we don't really get that cave, and then we all get a bunch of stain on the backside. Mm. So we want to go tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum. On the roof of the mouth, it's kind of tricky to do circles. So back and forth is okay. Just make sure that you can feel it tooth and gum. Now, back teeth, and you also have your wisdom teeth, so extra trick to that. So what we want to do is come from the biting surface, tip the toothbrush up, and do a circle so that these back bristles are actually cleaning the back side of those molars. Okay. So around and around and around and around. And then when we come to the top, we want to brush our teeth with our mouth mostly closed. And as you could probably feel right away, your jaw kind of came forward with your mouth open. So we want the jaw to go back so that we can reach all those teeth. Big giant circles, tooth and gum, tooth and gum, tooth and gum. We want to clean the roof of our mouth. We want to swipe our cheeks. We want to get a tongue scraper to scrape our tongue, all the surfaces, and then we'll get you a mouth rinse that you're going to gargle with. So now it's going to be your turn. I make this look super easy. Yes. So it's not going to be as easy. I do this every single day. I have lots of good dexterity. So just stick that toothbrush in your mouth and mimic as best you can is what I just did, and I'll make any tweaks that I need to. Okay. Perfect. Yep, big circles is exactly right. Yep. Stellar. Excellent. Yep. And make sure too with this bottom that you really get way down in here. You don't have a deep vestibule is what we call it, but just make sure that you get to the bottom. So that's great. Awesome. Yep. Perfect. And we want to actually come at an angle. Almost think of it as like the toothbrush will hit your bottom lip. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Yep. And that's kind of awkward, isn't it? Perfect. And then show me again down by your tongue, because I know it's really kind of hard down in there. Beautiful. You're doing such a good job. Yes, exactly right. So when you're doing this at home, I know a lot of the electric toothbrushes have a 2 to 2.5 minute timer on them, which for some of us is enough time. But what I like to do is just bring your cell phone with you to the bathroom, play your favorite song, and brush your teeth until the song is done. Okay. That's going to be roughly 2 to 3 minutes. So you can't really brush for too long, but most of us can absolutely brush for too short. Yeah. And a lot of us, when we're brushing our teeth, we're thinking about all the things we have to do today in the morning, and at night we're thinking about what do we have to do just to get to bed. So it kind of is a good distraction of, okay, I have a new technique, that's why I'm bringing my phone in the bathroom to play the music. Or just be very focused on if your electric toothbrush does have a timer, utilize it. Don't ever shut it off early. Okay. So brushing our teeth is not so much about brushing the food off of our teeth. It's about brushing bacteria, biofilm, the slimy stuff, that's not the food. Food
Okay.
probably doesn't take that long to brush off of our teeth. Similar to string floss. String floss is used to remove food from our teeth, but it's not going to do a great job at removing all the filmy stuff because there's just too many surfaces in our mouth. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Awesome.